Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 52.1 to make a statement on a matter of general topical concern, namely the rampant fires that have ravaged markets in Nairobi recently, destroying property estimated to be worth hundreds of millions of shillings. Mr. Speaker, on Sunday, June 11, 2023, at around 2 a.m., the toy market in Kibra constituency went up in smoke, resulting in about 3,000 traders losing stock estimated to be about between Kenya shillings 400,000 and 600,000 shillings for each trader. Cumulatively, the total loss from the toy market fire was over Kenya shillings 1 billion. Just 2 days later, on the night of Tuesday, 13th June 2023, Mutindwa market in Embakasi West constituency also went up in flames. In the Mutindwa incident, Mr. Speaker, more than 800 traders lost property and stock worth a total of over Kenya shillings 100 million was destroyed. It is not far-fetched to fear that given this pattern, other markets in Nairobi will soon be next. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is estimated that about 200,000 tons of second-hand clothes are imported into the country annually. Gikomba market alone is reputed to generate nearly 300 million a month and almost Kenya shillings 4 billion annually. When you spread this out into all the other markets across Nairobi, you have a multi-billion shilling informal industry that not only sells clothes, but also many other items relevant to the common mwananchi. Essentially, this industry remains a huge employer of the Nairobi County masses, creating livelihoods for millions of families. Mr. Speaker, sir, we, however, have had to contend with the cancer of Arson, targeting these markets for a very long time now. In the last 10 years alone, there have been at least 20 fires in Nairobi markets. Part of the problem is that populist politics shadows the path to real solutions because politicians and government officials have formed the habit of giving long speeches, donating food and building materials to victims, then moving on until the next fire. It is my considered opinion that the root cause of these fires must be urgently addressed and perpetrators brought to book once and for all. Otherwise, these fires stand to destroy a critical economic base of the poor and struggling Nairobi traders. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have seen how the police can act decisively when dealing with an issue they choose to, such as the recent Azimio protests. We are also aware that we have a very robust intelligence gathering institution in the form of the National Intelligence Service. There is therefore no excuse on the failure to arrest and prosecute those responsible for these economic crimes. I wish to add that citizens in this country are currently grappling with a myriad of issues, including income losses, high cost of essential goods, and a difficult business environment caused by high taxation and a weak shilling. To add Arson to that, targeting the property of small businesses is the highest form of insensitivity. In no uncertain terms, this is economic genocide. Mr. Speaker, I would therefore like the relevant authorities to guarantee the following. Number one, that security will be enhanced in Gikomba market and other markets in Nairobi to avoid the arsonists targeting it next. The Nairobi City County Government and the Kenya Police Service must now post permanent security at Gikomba, Toi, and Mutindwa and all major markets within the city to safeguard the businesses and guarantee the incomes of thousands of people who rely on these markets. Number two, that the governor of Nairobi must, as a matter of urgency, state the plans he has put in place to ensure firefighting equipment is available near these markets. He is on record for having promised to build a fire station inside Gikomba market, a promise that has not been kept to date. The nearest fire station to all these markets is the one in the CBD, which constantly reports lack of water and or malfunctioning equipment, rendering it unable to help in the times of emergencies. The perpetrators of Toi and Mutindwa market fires must be brought to book, and we must ensure that the security agencies make public the real reason for these constant cases of fire. If it is an attempt to chase away these traders in order to grab the lands on which these markets sit, we must know now so that we can deal with the disease itself rather than the symptoms. We must also get a guarantee that a compensation mechanism will be put in place for traders who lose property in these fires now and in the future. Finally, we must be given a guarantee that the government has not been complicit in these acts of arson. It is inconceivable, Mr. Speaker, that an individual or groups of criminals without help from higher up would carry out such acts of economic sabotage for such a long time without consequence. Mr. Speaker, sir, on top of better security guarantees, enhanced equipment and installation of firefighting equipment at these market centers, we need stiffer penalties for Arson. I am aware that many before me have tried to rein in this problem and failed, but I do not have the luxury of failing in the pursuit of justice, fair play, and the security for the people of Nairobi. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.